Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was really good at lunch.
That has stayed true to form.
Sean Watson, another step back, which I will say a lot of his problem had O line. 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Good.
He's gonna be back like when Vic came back to the league after the dog hit.
Yes.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a little bit different of an episode of Benchwarmer's Basement Banter. We're filming this on Christmas Eve, so we're not able to make it in the studio, but Rogers...
Santa's back, boys. Santa's back.
Santa is back. Rogers is over there. You see him in the corner with his Christmas sweater on that says Santa's back, and Santa will be back. Sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger there. I'll be back. But anyways, yeah, we're doing a Discord recording here today, and, well, not just Discord, all the other things that Rogers and I have that we're set up to record from home. So on that note, guys, obviously go follow us on YouTube, subscribe. We do a lot more stuff than just the episode that you guys see on Wabash. We do weekly pick'ems and weekly, we've been doing some live streams of games on TikTok and doing some other
we've been
gaming
pretty
stuff.
active on YouTube and TikTok here, doing our live streams, trying to put out content every day for you guys. We're also posting, I would say, 4 to 5 short videos from these long form videos like what we're doing now. So there's always something to interact with us every day, and trying to get consistent with it, and we'd appreciate any viewership or support we can get.
Yes, of course. And we also have a Facebook page and a Twitter page as well if you want to follow them. So what we are doing today, you see it already on the screen. We have a tier maker list up, and we are doing the best athletes of 2024 ranked on this tier. So what we did...
It's not the list that was actually just given out, I believe. I think it's by USA, I think, does a top athletes of the year. They're doing their own list. We're gonna have a few of the same players, but probably ranked differently.
Yes. So I was getting ready to describe what we did. So all 3 of us, of course, Woody's not here, but we made a top 10 list of the best athletes that we've seen from 2024. We didn't really even rank them. We just made a list, top 10. Out of the 3 top 10s, we ended up with 16 athletes. So there was like 5 that were on all 3, and then like 6 that were on all 2, or whatever the math ends up being. We have 16 total athletes that we are going to rank.
And a couple one-offs.
Yep. There was a few one-offs, but there's a lot of them that we all ranked at the same time. So, yeah, ready to get into it, Rogers?
Absolutely.
All right, the first man that we have. We're starting with the man. We do have quite a few women on this list.
All rise, guys.
We got all rise. Aaron Judge, Yankees captain.
Judge entered the building. He
He
doesn't have a cap and gown, but he does have a ball and bat.
He does have that. So he's making his own 9-year, $360 million contract look like a bargain, especially compared to now. I don't even think when Rudy made this list, I don't think Soto had signed yet to his 16 years, whatever. So this contract looks cheap.
$8 million.
Yeah, this contract looks so cheap compared to Soto.
Yeah, and he just signed it a couple years ago.
Yeah. He actually probably had his best year yet. Just as total. He didn't hit quite, he was 4 home runs less than what
but
he hit
322.
But he hit 322, 144 RBIs, 10 steals, 1.159 OPS.
An OPS over 1,000 for a season is absolutely wild, guys.
It is. It is crazy. And Yankees made it to the World Series. So Judge was on Rogers and Woody's list. I did not have him on my list because of how he played in the playoffs. I focused on mine more on people that won championships. So he got dinged a little bit on my list because of that.
Okay.
He would have probably been number 11 for me, but that was the reason Judge did not make my list.
This was his second MVP in 3 years, and I think that he had a case for it the year between that he didn't get it for.
probably.
It's
He was,
just he's been unreal. The Yankees, he's on the biggest stage in baseball. So, in my opinion, that puts him on my list. I'm gonna put him in a lower tier, though. I don't know how you feel about
yeah,
it.
that's so we have S, A, B, C, D. S is the best tier. T is the or D, not T. D is the worst tier here. So S tier is like legend, goat status, and then A, B, C, D is like self-explanatory. But yeah, what was you
For
gonna put
me,
him at?
he is between a B and a C.
Okay,
I'm not gonna put him in the bottom, but he's between a B and a C.
I think he still gets B for me.
Okay.
I think just because of his MVP like season and compared to some other people on this list that I have or that I see here that didn't win, that kind of award, he still gets that. Like I said, he was like number 11 for me, so he was right there. So I think
Okay.
a B for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I'm cool with him being in the B tier.
Alrighty. All right, the next one, somebody I
This
had
was
on the
your
list.
guy coming up.
I did have him. The reason he's here is because of me. And I told these guys I took a little bit of a different route or reasoning for putting him on this list.
Yeah, it's because of his social influence,
We
right?
have Mr. YouTube, Golf YouTube himself, Bryson DeChambeau. He did win.
Okay. He actually did win 2 majors this year,
Just
right?
one. He won the U.S. Open, but he got second in the Masters and second in one of the other majors too. It wasn't the
Although he does claim that he did not win the U.S. Open, Rory lost it.
That is true. He did. He was giving Rory crap. This is after the showdown the other day, which was not very entertaining. I will
I've
say
heard that was the worst one.
it was not fun. I watched a little bit of it. And I'm like, this is pretty boring.
I think that there was some kind of some residual disdain between him and Brooks, and that kept that cart pretty quiet.
Yeah, it did. I think I agree. Because Bryson, if you've watched him on YouTube, he's not quiet.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say for uh, Bryson is he also had quite possibly the best YouTube video in all of YouTube this year, not just YouTube golf.
Oh, the break 50 with Trump.
Yeah, the break 50 with now President Donald Trump, or
President-elect.
President-elect Trump. Like that thing broke all kinds of YouTube records, man. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I really don't even know what to say about that video. But then also you and me were watching him hit the hole in one over his house. That got huge on TikTok.
We followed that every day.
It was like everything he touched for social media went crazy.
Yes,
but
I agree with that. I think as a social media impact, he would be in the S or the A tier.
Yes.
As just from an aspect or an athlete standpoint, which is what this list is about for us. He's lower, so he's between C or D for me. He's going to make the bottom.
That's where I'm at too. He did win a U.S. Open. He did win the major.
Yes, I'd put him in C just because of the U.S. Open win.
His other stuff with Liv, and he has said it, and his caddy and coaches said it. He just kind of screws around on Liv to see what's going to work, and only gets ready for majors.
Yeah,
which is interesting. Very interesting.
I like it.
All right, we got probably the heaviest hitter I think on this list next.
I mean, she did just win the Times
Athlete of the Year.
Athlete of the Year. So,
we got Miss
personally,
Caitlin
I had
Clark.
one on my list.
Yep, I did too. Averaged 31.6 points per game at Iowa. Led her team to the championship game. 8.9 assists. AP Player of the Year 2 straight years. Not even just counting for 2024. But this is all in a calendar. This is all in a calendar year though. Big Ten Player of the Year, All American, set every scoring record, number 1 NBA draft, WNBA draft, All Star, Rookie of the Year, crazy endorsement deals, Time Athlete of the Year.
And that's what Woody put on his outline here that he made for us. Thank you, Woody.
Yes.
Do stats even justify how much she changed
attendance
the game of women's basketball?
The attendance records everywhere she goes that she sets is crazy. I'm not going to get into the other just quite frank bull crap. I really wanted to cuss there because that deserves cussing, but we're not going to. We're just going to say Caitlin Clark is amazing, and I think she's no doubt about it S tier.
She's S tier.
It's not
Like
even.
I don't think there's any question about that. It doesn't even deserve much of a discussion.
No, it doesn't. She's just amazing. Everything she does, and she's not too far away for us. Indy, my cousin who grew up, she didn't even care about sports. She played a little basketball. Shows up to Christmas wearing a Caitlin Clark shirt. She's all about it. So that's just the
I
impact.
like it.
That's the impact about it. So, where are we good on time?
Yeah, we got 3 more in.
Okay.
It's
All
perfect
right.
now.
Well, we will fit one more person onto this list. We got Mr. St. Louis himself, Jason Tatum. Of course, he's from St.
Yeah,
Louis, played
so
high school.
he was the best player on the best team, the clear-cut best team
Yes,
last year. Honestly, it's looking like it again this.
the most likely, contrary to what your son
It's kind of a
says.
dual-headed monster over there with him and Jaylen Brown, but Jason Tatum is the main facilitator of that offense, and he also plays lights out defense.
Yes, he does. That's the thing that nobody talks about with that team as a whole. I feel like is how good they play
Yes.
defense, and the stars are brought in, and they want to play. He wants to guard the best player, or Brown, one of the two.
Right.
And they're
Right,
both
well,
great defensively.
they used to have Marcus Smart too. They lost. They didn't have
Yes.
him last year on the championship team, but when they did, they had the defending defensive player of the year in Marcus Smart. But then they had Tatum and Brown. I think Robert Williams
Yes,
were
they
all
did. They
in the
did.
top 10 in the voting
Yep.
in defensive player of the year. So I mean, be on a team that is as stacked as it is, and then Jason Tatum be considered the leader of that team. That to me that speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I mean, he's in our heart. He's real close to St. He's from St. Louis.
He's from St. Louis. Rock Cardinals stuff, blue stuff. I mean, even I don't remember seeing it, but I'm sure when the Bruins and Blues played in the Stanley Cup final, there was people in Boston not happy with Jason Tatum because he was.
Oh yeah, he was decked out Blues.
He's
man.
decked out Blues man. He is hometown. Those are the teams, but we all know it being from around here. Those teams rule. Like it is a big time deal. He also won a gold medal, if I remember correctly. He did not.
I forget about that.
He did not,
and that team won it with ease.
Yeah, they won it with ease. I don't even think he played that much, did he? If I remember correctly,
He did not.
Which I mean, he was
in the early rounds. He didn't play at all. He got a lot more playing time in the later rounds.
They didn't need him, and then also he's coming off of winning the championship, the longest run out of everybody. Everybody else had calmed down, been a little chill. Got rested up before the Olympics.
His teammate Jaylen Brown is a little salty about not making it.
Yeah, I think he's still salty about it, but
yeah.
Where we think Tatum goes? I think he goes A or B.
I'm gonna put him right there with Judge.
That's kind of what I was thinking. He did win the championship, but there's no, no. He did first team All NBA, but he's not
season impact Judge.
Yes, exactly. He's not guaranteed, best player, which Judge pretty well is.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think
that's gonna wrap up the segment 1. We're about 13 minutes here, so we're gonna go to break. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Thank you to all of our sponsors there on Wabash. We're going to continue on. Rogers asked for a change during the break on the order of
we shifted the list around a little bit on you.
Yeah, we moved, the list is moved around and when we're doing it, but we specifically wanted these next two guys on here because
you can't talk about one without the other, right?
They are tied together. We've posted our shorts on YouTube and TikTok, and the ones about these two players in the last week have gotten
always get the most hype.
They are getting the most hype. They're getting comments. We got people, fighting in the comments about
haters, we got likers.
Yeah, we're getting called haters for our takes, even though we were very complimentary of both of them, I feel like.
I think so too. I think we both said that they'd win a Heisman any other time.
Yes, exactly.
To clarify, we're talking about Ashton Gianti and Travis
Hunter. Yes.
Talking about these two together, we're going to tier them pretty close to each other.
Yes. Ashton Gianti currently has 2,497 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7.3 yards per carry. He got second in the Heisman. He's looking like he might break Barry Sanders' all-time record, but I was wrong, guys. Yeah.
I said that I thought that he's about 350 yards away. Turns out he is under 200 yards away.
Yes.
Sorry, I misspoke. I don't have stats in front of me while we're doing these shows.
That comes from a place of his heart that he got called out
Yes,
on TikTok.
like I was a little salty about that, but I left it alone.
Yes. We try not to get let the salty comments get to us, but we keep them inside. But and then there was another one that's like actually Barry Sanders' bowl game numbers didn't count, and Genty's played more games anyways, which might be true.
Yeah.
I ain't looked into it that much. Honestly, I haven't paid a lot of attention to college football until the playoffs. But all I know is Genty has been a beast all year, and he would have won the Heisman, I would say, 8 out of 10 years.
Yeah, he's going against an absolute unicorn, which we're going to be talking about another one of those unicorns.
Because I was thinking about it, like, Genty wouldn't have won if he went against Burrow. He wouldn't have won if he goes against Manziel. He wouldn't have won if he goes against Cam Newton. Every other year, I think he wins, though. Don't you agree?
Like I would say
few years.
Recent years, I don't think that there's been someone that would win it over him.
I would say the Burrow would have in 2019.
Yeah, but that's been like 5 years.
That's been 5 years ago now. So, as I said, probably like 8 out of 10 years, he probably wins it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, which Burrow's Heisman numbers are ridiculous too.
Burrow might have had the best Heisman season of all time.
Maybe. But he's going up against Travis Hunter, and that's our next guy. And we'll rank both of these together when we're done talking about both of them. But Travis Hunter, he was the Litnikoff Award winner, which I'm not sure that he necessarily deserved that.
I still don't think he deserved that one. He was like top 4 wide receiver in the nation. But
he was top 4 or 5 wide receiver.
The dude from San Jose State won the Triple Crown.
Gig, as he said.
Yeah.
Receiving is not what he's known for.
Yes.
He was a top 5 receiver in college football, and that's not even what he does. He's a shutdown corner, probably one of the best corners in football in a while. I mean, I know we just came off the season where Sauce Gardner he wasn't quite that level. He's been a fantastic corner. He leads the NFL or NCAA in snaps, which I know that's not a stat according to some of our comments, but it's a big deal.
It is because it's as a corner, it's not about interceptions and stuff like that. They just don't throw towards him. That's the thing.
Well, I kind of compare that to like we're St. Louis Cardinals fan. And we saw for over a decade, no one stole bases off of Yadier Molina. So he didn't throw as many runners out as top defenders. But he won the award every year because people didn't even try.
Yes. It's that stat where over his time span of being in the majors, the steals attempts against the Cardinals are like 500 less than the next closest team. Yeah, it's like half. That's the best stat for that. But Genty just doesn't get thrown to, Hunter just doesn't get thrown at. No, I messed up the name there. So,
and the comparable thing is Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
Sauce Gardner didn't give up a touchdown his entire college career because no one threw at him.
Yep. So that's a stat you can't quantify, but everybody who knows ball knows how good of a corner he is. And then his side gig, he's top 5 in the nation at. So it's incredible. He's going to be a high pick in the draft. Genty's going to be a pretty high pick in the draft, and I see a glaring team that needs him. But that'll become spring.
I'm gonna say what I would rank them at, and then let's just get an idea of what you think otherwise.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Hunter in the S tier and Genty in the A tier.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to ranking them both one lower.
I was gonna say one lower, but I also put a lot of, like I said at the beginning, the championship. Winning championships, I think for the year is very high for me.
Okay.
So, Genty still has a chance at it, but we're not at that point right now. So I guess that's the thing. there. I thought A and B for that reason. I don't think Hunter is on Caitlin Clark's level either. So
okay, I like it. I like
you
it.
fine with that? A and B.
So we're gonna go Hunter A, Gianti B.
Okay.
Okay with that.
Alrighty. Next dude is
Oh,
right now
Mr.
the
Jekyll and
dude.
Hyde himself.
Yeah, Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. He's not been Mr. Hyde very much this year though, and that's
Yeah, I
why
think his coach probably told him if he gets hurt, he's going to kick his butt because we have a legitimate Super Bowl chance.
Yes. But it's Mr. Josh Allen. Quite possibly having the best year of his career. I think it probably is. And without
He's never
Stephon
won an
Diggs.
MVP, which I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson instead of
Well, and I
Josh.
think early on, Rodgers was one of a few of them.
Yeah, and Rodgers. The thing with him was his interceptions. That he's always, he's always kind of been a little turnover prone, a little bit of a gunslinger. This year he's been way less. Do what?
It reared its head a little bit last week.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, but still not near as bad as what it was. But
his interceptions are much better than they were.
Yeah, and he's got the rocket arm. He's so physical. Him running. I mean, that's where the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde comes in, where it's like, get down, Josh, get down, and he's like, no, I'm gonna truck this guy because I'm bigger.
His touchdown run on 4th and 2, I think, against the Chiefs
was ridiculous.
That he sealed the game with. That will be a play that people will be showing for years.
Yes,
that was one of the best quarterback runs that I've ever seen.
That not quite as good as that Lamar against the Bengals, but the one when he's against the Bengals was against the bad Bengals team that year.
Yeah,
and this was against the Chiefs.
Like locked up he'd never really beaten my.
Yeah. But and also
it meant more, I guess.
Do what?
It meant more.
Yes. And Woody put this on his outline. No Stephon Diggs, and this year he's looked better. He is really distributing the ball to everybody on that team.
And he's kind of had to, because until he got Amari Cooper like mid-season, really didn't have a true number one.
No, he didn't. And he was making it work, and now they have that number one, but everybody else has stepped up too, and he's made them better. That's the thing. He makes everybody a lot better on that team.
Khalil Shakir, he's turned him into a big name in fantasy football. Keon Coleman, when he can stay healthy, has been pretty solid.
He's been pretty solid. Everybody's upset with Kincaid, but that's a tight end for you.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
So, team that we thought had 2 good tight ends, but turns out Josh Allen likes his receivers more.
Yeah, and he likes to run. And they also have James Dalvin Cook.
We do. All right, we got about 4 minutes here. Let's just try to knock out our next one. I'm going to put Josh Allen in the C tier, actually.
Okay, that's kind of where I thought too. And
because he hasn't won that MVP.
No, he's not won the MVP. He's not won the Super Bowl, but we're getting ready to go into playoffs time. He's probably going to be the number 2 seed. Let's see where it goes.
I would expect him to be higher on our list next year.
I agree. All right. We have Katie Ledecky. Now, the Olympics, of course, were this last year, so we're adding in these great Olympic athletes. And
yes,
that's
more fun. I like it.
She is the greatest Olympic athlete as far as medals.
Of women's swimmers.
14-time Olympic medalist, 9 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze. She's won 50 medals in major international competition. 38 gold, 10 silvers, 2 bronze. So it's not just dominating. It's like, I'm getting gold.
Well, at this point, she's only competing against herself. Like, she is in the 200-meter butterfly, I believe. Freestyle, one of the two. She holds
1,500-meter freestyle style. And 800-meter.
She holds like the top 26 records.
Yes.
Time.
It's just a ridiculous amount of domination.
Yeah.
She's beaten Phelps now, I believe, in the all-time medal race. Just crazy. It's both the swimmers that own those. I guess it's because there's so many disciplines.
So something that I thought was cool, she broke the Olympic record in the 1,500-meter freestyle that we were talking about. And when we were doing that, she broke the Olympic record. Everyone was so excited. That was Katie Ledecky's like I want to say 17th best time that she's swam that in.
So she broke the Olympic record, and it's not even close to her best time.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
crazy.
But that was the best she ran it or swam it in the Olympics. It's just
nuts.
insane.
That is crazy. So, S tier, she's a GOAT.
Yes. There's. Yeah, I don't think you can put anyone really up there with her as far as like
We might have
the game.
We might have all women in S tier. That might be a thing. Might be the women's year.
It very well could be.
Yeah, I think there's a couple over here on the bottom that might.
I'm gonna have one guy in the S tier for you.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we're gonna take another quick break. And we're gonna be back.
All right. Yep.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Let's see. Are we halfway?
We've reached the halfway point. I don't know if we've actually done half the players, but we're halfway through our show.
We are exactly halfway through. We have done 8 players.
All
we
right.
got 8 left. We are pacing like we know what
we're doing.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. Actually, that is definitely not the truth, but we're trying.
We got lucky.
Yes. Yes. Well, we don't have Woody here. We miss Woody, but he likes to talk.
He is we do miss Woody. He is our change of pace guy, keeping us on track guy. So, the fact that we're doing this kind of new layout without our moderator is definitely proving to be a little difficult, but we're getting by.
It is. We're making it work. Yeah. Anyways,
we're gonna start off with our next
Luka.
player here. Luka Doncic is the guy. I mean, he took the Dallas Mavericks, which was a wild card team, into the NBA Finals. They upset the leader of the West in they upset the very young and active Timberwolves.
Yes,
The Timberwolves took out the leader of the West in the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I want to say that this team was 5th or 6th in the West, and they kind of crawled their way back up there.
They made a bunch of trades at the trade deadline and got better defensive players. And really, I think it was from maybe just the All-Star break. They were kind of the best team in the West, but they dug themselves such a hole at the beginning of the year that the best they could climb out is make a 5th seed or whatever. But they were playing like the best team in the West for half the season.
And a big part of that was the dual-headed monster of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it didn't come to fruition, and they kind of laid an egg there in the finals against a juggernaut of a Celtics team.
Yeah, the best team in the league by far. And it wasn't really on Luka. Kyrie went really cold.
He was almost invisible that entire finals.
That's about the coldest I've seen somebody get, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
I think that he went like 1 for 14 from 3 in the finals. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think he finally made one in the last game. But
so, I mean,
Luka averaged...
The stats for the 2023 season were insane. He almost averaged a triple-double. Of course, he's no Russell Westbrook, who did average a triple-double for nearly 2 full seasons, I believe.
Yes.
But he had 33.9 points a game, which is something that Russell Westbrook was never sniffing.
Yes,
I think
exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, he averaged way more points per game than Russ.
There's times where Russell was probably averaging mid-20s, but I don't think he ever broke the 30 mark.
Yeah, exactly. 9.2 rebounds per game, 9.8 assists. I mean, Luka does everything well except play defense great. And he does it, and it looks like he's playing in slow motion.
But man, something about those European basketball players, right?
Yeah,
it's just they do everything so well, and they look like they're doing it with 0 to little effort.
Yes, exactly.
It's like Jokic. I think he's a 4-time MVP now, and he looks like he doesn't even enjoy basketball. I'm not sure that he does.
I don't think he does. He just plays to pay for his horses.
Yeah.
But all right, where are we thinking we're gonna put Luka?
I've got him probably in the D tier or C tier.
That's kind of where I was thinking, in the D tier. So
he didn't necessarily win anything. He's still MVP list, even though he is the favorite going into every season for the MVP. He has not won it.
Yeah, just
I think that
comparative on this list, he'd rank near the bottom, I think.
I agree. Great player, build his team to a championship, but has not
Came up
proven himself
short,
to be
and
a winner yet.
no, they didn't do much, I think, in the Olympics either. Actually, did they even play in the Olympics?
Yes, he played for Slovenia.
Yeah, he's Slovenia. I couldn't remember if it was him or Jokic. Jokic, his team made it, right? His
Yes,
team made it
yes,
far. They were in the bronze medal game.
they were.
Okay, yeah,
They were.
because that was a game USA had to really play.
And that was Jokic and a bunch of misfits.
And Bogdanovic.
Yeah, but he's like a fringe NBA player. Like,
He's not fringe.
oh, I'm thinking Boban.
Yeah, you're thinking Boban. Bogdan is like right below All-Star level.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I think
Next
Luka's
one.
got Boban on him.
Yeah. Next guy we got, he was on all three of our list. One of us was not too happy about having him on his list, but he still did
Yeah,
it.
but you can't not do it. Like,
but we got Patrick Mahomes.
he burst into the league in, I think, 2017, maybe 2018. And
Yeah.
I think since he's won 3 MVPs,
Mm-hmm.
4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
Am I on pace with that?
I think, yeah, three Super Bowls, right?
3 Super Bowls.
Yeah. He won
Okay.
one, and then the Rams won, and then now they've won the last 2.
Okay.
But
I mean,
won
ever
the
since
Super
Chiefs
Bowl
drafted this
MVP.
guy,
Say what?
ever since the Chiefs drafted this guy, it's been a Chiefs dynasty.
It pretty well has. But in the last year, he won the Super Bowl. They beat San Fran. He won MVP of the Super Bowl. 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 66 rush yards in that Super Bowl.
Wow, that's and I think he had a bum ankle.
He did.
Shockingly.
He always has a bum ankle. Man has the loosest ankles in the NFL. They're always going to be bummed.
Back up.
He is back. Honestly, up to this point, it was probably his worst statistical season throughout the regular season, except for what we're seeing right now. And they're still juggernauts,
Yes.
and he's not been good this year.
Still juggernauts. I don't know how they keep getting away with it, but
he's straight up not been good
better
this
the
year.
last
He's
3
been
to 4
better.
weeks. He
Yeah,
started
he's
out
been
the season abysmally.
Yes. They were kind of winning in spite of the offense. Now they're showing a little bit more, but yeah, I mean he's just now he's won 2 straight Super Bowls, and I hate to say it, but until proven otherwise, they kind of need to be the Super Bowl favorites.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're the only team with 1 loss. The Lions are so banged up, and Eagles, if they don't get Jalen Hurts back fast, they're in big trouble.
Yes.
I actually I woke up to a text this morning from a friend of mine that said that the Packers are looking good for the NFC favorites with as hurt as the Eagles and the Lions are.
They are. I mean, Hurts just got a concussion, so
yeah,
that's not going to keep him out for the playoffs. Like I think all it does for the Eagles is take him out of, being number 1 seed.
Yep.
That's it. I still think they might be the best team, but the Packers definitely go up there. But I mean, the Chiefs, until proven otherwise, they're going to be number 1 seed going into playoffs this year. And until they lose, I can't say much about them. They just always win.
Vote against Patrick Mahomes right now.
And if it comes down to crunch time, he's going to do what he needs to do for them to win.
Absolutely. He is a proven winner.
He might get a little bit of ref help, but he's going to do what he needs to.
Come on now. Don't act like Tom Brady didn't get all the ref help too.
I'm not acting like that. They are very similar in that. They are very similar in that. So, where are we going to rank Patrick?
I think he's a solid A.
Yep, that's kind of where I was thinking too.
I'm not willing to put him in the S tier yet. If he wins the Super Bowl this year, he might be there next year.
Well, if his regular season, like if he would have had his regular season in 18, 19, or 20, those kind of years where he was on top of the stats for every category, basically, I would put him there. But he's
right because of how much winning he's done.
Yes, because
but he's not putting them both together this year. So
no, he's not, and he really he really didn't last year either, but he still wins.
Yep.
I will say for
I agree.
him, one last point is him. Also, like last year, he just did not have the people, and he really doesn't have them either. But check his ego, say, I'll do whatever I need to do to get my defense that is great, and they can lead me to a Super Bowl, and I'm going to do what I need to.
Absolutely.
That's what he does, and that's why he's a winner.
He is absolutely that. And the next guy, we're moving on. Sorry.
Yes. Yep. Nope. I was getting
The
ready
next
to.
guy, he was only on my list.
No, but
So
he's got a legit case, I think. If you factor
he
the
does.
Olympics in.
Well, yeah, that's true. He made it to the finals in the Olympics. We're talking about Victor
in the
Wembanyama.
Olympics.
He came out of France, got drafted number 1 overall in the NBA draft.
Most hyped prospect since LeBron.
And honestly, he's living up to the hype.
Yep, he's doing like
In his
LeBron
rookie
did.
season, I think he got second in the Defensive Player of the Year. He won Rookie of the Year. In my opinion, he got robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
I think that we defaulted as like, hey, this is close, and Gobert is known. Let's give it to Gobert.
Let's not let this rookie win everything, but yeah, I mean, I think he'll probably get it this year if I was guessing.
Guys, he's going to be taking the NBA by storm. It's happening.
He's part alien. His
he might be an alien. We're not sure,
Nike
but
logo
he's
is freaking the coolest Nike logo they've came out with since like LeBron. Honestly, it's awesome, and I mean, he's got when I think of people in sports and their specific discipline of sports, Victor Wembanyama has the most talent of anybody in any sport.
Yes. If he puts on some muscle and starts getting built by like a Giannis, dude's a whole ass problem.
He was built in a lab to play basketball.
Yeah.
That's all you can say about it. To be able to move the way he moves at his size, and to be able to shoot the way he shoots.
7'4" and just a sniper.
And just he's a sniper. It's just what I said earlier cannot be stated more. I think that just describes Wembanyama. He's just the best, most talented athlete in his discipline of sports. So probably the most talented person in sports.
That being said, I don't think the last part I don't necessarily agree with, but I think the last guy on our list at the end there is probably the most talented guy in sports. But
potential.
He has not won anything yet other than Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him right there with Luka in the D tier.
I agree.
Because there's so much that needs proven.
Yeah, he had a great first year, but yeah, he's still got a lot to prove. All right.
That takes us into break. We're going to have to do a little bit longer segment in the fourth segment, but we'll get through them pretty quick, and we'll be back.
All righty. Welcome back, everyone. And now we're going to
try to wrap this up.
We're going to wrap this up. We got our last segment here. We got 5 athletes to go. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite athletes on this list. He was on He was on my list, and Rogers had him on his list because he knew he could not be denied. Woody doesn't watch golf as much as us or play as much. So,
in all fairness, he has had the best year in the PGA since Tiger was in his prime.
Oh yeah, it's not really even questionable. He won 7 times on tour, including the Masters, the Players, and the Tour Championship. He won the gold at the Olympics in an epic comeback where he does what he does, and he's Mr. Inevitable Thanos. He just won at the I can't remember. He was in the Bahamas tour, DP something. He won that. I think he won another freaking tournament in the DP World Tour. Basically, he won 8 or 9 times this year, which is crazy.
And had a baby, got arrested, and won 7 titles.
Yes, I was gonna say, and he was able to win all this, and despite being a hardened criminal.
A hardened criminal.
Won the FedEx Cup bonus, which was $25 million and then broke the record for most money won on tour with winnings with 29 mil. Had a
PGA
baby.
Tour. Live Tour is kicking
Well, yeah, PGA Tour. We're not talking Live. Live just hands out money like they're handing out freaking waters at a concession stand.
Shout out to Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, shout out to John Rahm and his freaking 700 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said though, he had the best year on PGA Tour since Prime Tiger, and not really close. All while
Still, and weirdly enough, still not really close to Prime Tiger
no,
either.
he's not. And I was gonna say he done all
Because
this while being a really terrible putter.
yeah,
Scotty's not a good putter.
if he gets putting together though, watch out.
If he gets putting together, I think he could honestly be decent, like the closest thing to Tiger. But
He may have the best irons I've ever seen.
that, yeah, I would agree with that. Like it is precision every time. I will say he had such a good year though. Like we're not you talked about it putting him on this list, but we did not put Xander, who won 2 majors, and
Yeah, he did. He did.
Scotty got Player of the Year. Xander won 2 majors and only got 9% of that vote. That's how good Scotty was.
Exactly. 2 majors sometimes wins that.
Yeah, it should honestly, but Scotty's just like, no, I'm gonna win everything, including a gold medal. So
Yep.
I think Scotty deserves to be not quite in the S tier, but I think he deserves A tier because he's not Tiger, but
I'll put him firmly in A tier as well.
Okay. If he was up there in that Tiger tier, he could make the S, and if he gets better at putting, he might.
Him and Bryson need to go putt together.
Yes, they do.
Bryson is also very solid with his irons.
Yes. His weird equipment that he plays with, but we're not going to get into that. I could do a whole episode on that, but we're not. So, all right, let's move on. We got our lone hockey player on this list. We got Connor McJesus.
Where we really miss Woody.
We miss Woody on this one. Yeah,
tell us all about this. Neither one of us watch a ton of hockey.
Yeah,
Alex watches some Blues hockey.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Blues hockey, and that's it. I don't watch a lot other. I do pay attention, but the Stanley Cup was won by the Panthers and Matthew Tkachuk. The only reason I'm really saying that is because Tkachuk, of course, is a St. Louis kid.
Yes.
Actually, if you guys remember, there was that awesome picture of him and Tatum in high school on the bus together and how they were like really close friends in high school, and they both won championships.
Yes.
I think Tatum went down like maybe to the clinching game or something like that for the Panthers, because I think they clinched after the Celtics, but don't quote me on that. But anyways, Connor McJesus, he did lead his team to the Stanley Cup Finals. It went to Game 7, so they did almost beat the Panthers. He's just a stud. Scores goals like crazy, makes his team so much better. He was pretty well the only reason that the Oilers made it. They got a few good players too, but he is the dude. Like he leads that team and everything.
Yeah, he tried to will his team to a championship against a much more talented team, and man, the Oilers were Connor McDavid and whatever.
They have Drysdale as well, who's pretty good. That's the only other name I know is a Drysdale. I don't know his first name. I just know his last name.
Connor McDavid. It's Connor McJesus.
Yeah, Connor McJesus. I said it. That being said,
I had some help from kids upstairs.
I seen that. That being said, he did win a championship. He didn't win Conn Smythe, which is the MVP. I think that's the MVP. No, sorry, that's the MVP of the finals. The Hart Trophy is the MVP, I think. Don't quote me on this, guys. We don't have Woody. He's the one who knows this.
He's hockey man.
He is hockey man. He knows. I know Blues hockey. Let's go Blues. Actually, I'm wearing a Blues shirt.
I'm wearing a Santa is back, guys.
Yes, Santa is back. But I think Connor goes down there with Luka. They are very similar, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah. Great player on a team that just tried to will it there, but Needs more pieces.
Yep, exactly. So he goes into D tier. So, all right, now I'm going to talk about another golfer that I think deserved to be on this list. Of course, I was the only one who had her on my list.
Yeah, I was aware of her, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
so you were aware of her. Woody had no clue, but Woody, like you said,
Yeah.
doesn't pay attention to much outside of baseball, football, and hockey.
To be fair, when it comes to LPGA, I know Nelly Corda and Charlie Hull, and for really different reasons.
Yeah. I understand. But Nelly also part of her thing for 2024 is she is in the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated. So that's also another thing another accolade. But she won for a month, and it may have been even like 2 months. The only two people who won golf events were Scotty Scheffler and Nelly Corda.
Hey,
because
solid.
Scotty won three or four straight. Nelly won one more than Scotty. Actually, I think she won 5 straight wins, and then she added a major and another event. Also won the Olympic gold medal. I mean she did have like the second best year in LPGA tour history behind Annika Sorenstam. So it's like her and Scotty this year are honestly very comparable in how they did. It's just LPGA does not get as much.
Doesn't get the viewership.
No, I did watch a little bit of it because of what Nelly was doing, and because of Charlie Hall, because she's awesome too, and also other things. But I think Nelly gets in this. I think she deserves to be in the C tier because she did win 7 times and won a major this year.
I agree with that. And it evens out the tiers, and I like that.
Yes, also that. Because I think these last two go in the same tier, which is kind of cool.
I agree.
So, all right. Now we're moving to some big hitters here.
That's right. This is another one we would have liked to have Woody on here.
Yes, I was getting ready to say that.
This is this girl.
Woody's wife loves this person. She loves Simone. She did gymnastics. Both of Woody's, well, not one of Woody's girl, and the other one will eventually be in gymnastics too. But he talked. I'm just going off of memories. He talked about her having like the twisties, which is kind of like a motion sickness kind of deal almost. From 2020 in the Tokyo Games, where she had to. I think she pulled out of the games even because of that.
She did.
And then she came back, and this last year won 3 gold, 1 silver. They took the team gold. She didn't even rejoin the team until 2023, so she wasn't even training until like a year out.
Part of the reason why this was after Tokyo, but she left and kind of stopped competing for a while because one, it wasn't really necessarily difficult for her, so there's that. And then another one is like they weren't giving her perfect scores just because she was doing stuff that no one else could even.
She wasn't getting the grades across, the scores or grades or whatever across because her best is so much better than anybody else's.
Exactly.
She wasn't
could
getting
do
judged.
A simple practice routine for her that would be a gold medal event for anyone else.
She wasn't getting judged
she is
fairly.
that much ahead of everyone.
Yeah, she's so much better that she wasn't judged fairly on what she does.
Yes, and that was I think that was part of the reason why she stopped competing for a little while.
Yes. Woody says there's 5 skills that are even named after her now. Won 30 championship medals, 11 Olympic medals. She's a GOAT.
Hey, and she's married to an NFL player.
That too. He's on the Bears now, right?
He's on the Bears now. He was a Packer for a long time.
She can't be
a lot better when he was a Packer.
They can't be a champion in everything. They can't win everything.
That's right.
But
guy's an NFL player and he can't even be the breadwinner in his house.
No, he can't. So, but like I said, Simone's a GOAT, no doubt about it, GOAT, and she deserves to be in the S tier. So
she's very much like Ledecky, and then just like she's just so much better than her skill sets around her.
Yes. Look at that. The tier maker is all even and looks good. And we got
So pretty.
one last guy here that's gonna mess it up, and there's not even question about what tier he goes into.
Oh my gosh. I could talk about. I could do a whole episode on Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, we might do that
It's
eventually.
wild.
We might.
Honestly, I wouldn't be upset by it. Maybe we could pull that in there. Call an outline, Woody. Got you. So Otani this year I had Tommy John surgery in the offseason before, and you think there's the end of Otani. Like he's done for the year. We'll have
someone
we'll see
else
him again
will
in
win
2025.
MVP.
Exactly. Otani says, "Hold up, I still get to swing a bat, guys. If I get to focus on just swinging that bat, you're gonna see some stuff."
Yes.
And seeing some stuff we did, man. I don't know what were his exact 2020 stats. You got those around?
54, 130 with 59 steals. The first 50-50 season ever.
First 50-50 season we've ever. And I think also the first designated hitter to win an MVP.
Yes. Yep. No defense, but he
Listen,
was just
guys,
that ridiculous.
I'm saying if we ever get a full season of Ohtani pitching healthy, we may see a Cy Young out of him too.
Yeah, he's that good. He is that good. He's a little bit better hitter than pitcher, but he is just so ridiculously talented. Just also an alien.
Oh. His second half of the season in 2023, where he was pitching with a partially torn UCL. I believe that he had 11 straight starts where he went 7 innings or more with 10 strikeouts. Absolutely insane.
Just ridiculous. He won the unanimous MVP. Yeah, he is a unicorn. We've got a few unicorns on this list, which is really cool.
Yes.
But he won the unanimous MVP, and he got a World Series title this year. And he also signed that crazy contract last year.
He did.
I guess that was this
10
year.
years from now, he'll start getting paid.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't get paid until like 2030. Or however.
10 years from
now. Okay, 10 years from now. Whatever. However that contract is set up.
So it's a 10-year contract. The first 10 years that he's in it, he gets paid $6 million a year. But it's a $660 million contract. So the second 20, he gets the other 60 per year.
Yeah. That's crazy. Dodgers are smarter than
Hard money. That's how. That's going to be the new future.
Yes. Yep. Kind of like the signing bonus for NFL.
Exactly.
Where they convert.
We are about out of time here.
Yes, we are.
So, without further ado, let's put him up there at the top where he rightfully deserves to be.
So that's guys, that's how our rankings look on the best athletes of 2024 by Benchwarmers Basement Banter. We got 16 athletes that even made the cut, and then we got 4 in the S, 3 in every other tier. So I think that's pretty good. So guys, remember, follow us on all the social medias, sub to the YouTube, follow the TikTok, watch out for our live streams that we've been doing. We've seen some significant growth here in the last week, and we definitely really appreciate it, guys. Follow the Facebook and X as well, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.